Can I just say that I called it? I said Bo-Katan would save Din and work with Grogu. I also called the fact that the Mythosaur is more than just a myth. See what I did there? But enough of my boasting. Let's discuss Din and Bo's future and how the Mythosaur could play into that. So the Mythosaur has been revealed in such an awesome way. I am actually genuinely surprised that they showed it so soon in the season, but that's probably because it's going to be a big part of this storyline. But the way in which they surprised us was really cool. The slow pan from the fangs and tusks to the dark brown eye, and a slow rumble, presumably a slight growl, was just fantastic. I have always wanted to see what a Mythosaur looked like ever since we saw that awesome symbol on Boba Fett's armor. Now I do have some questions to present. For one, is this the last of the Mythosaurs? Is it ancient, as old as Mandalore the Great? And is it intelligent, or is it some sort of semi-sentient creature? I do believe that this is most likely the final Mythosaur. Now of course I could be wrong. I personally believe that it would be more impactful to the story of a redeemed Mandalore if this was the final Mythosaur. As for how old this creature is, I think it would be awesome if it was ancient. We know lifespans in Star Wars vary in length, so a Mythosaur could be however old they want it to be. It would also be incredibly cool if this creature was the Mythosaur that was tamed by Mandalore the Great. A big part of the Mandalorian traditions are being drawn from Western cultures, according to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. So this idea of an ancient dragon that an exiled princess and a dishonored knight discover sounds pretty awesome. This does make me wonder if it will be intelligent. A lot of dragons in various legends have intelligence of some kind. Now I know that a Mythosaur isn't a dragon per se, but it is clearly a massive, massive creature. Like the comparison between Bo and its head was crazy. We are also shown another massive creature in episode 1 of this season, with the Purrgils, which are semi-sentient themselves. And in the past we have seen intelligent force-powered creatures like Lothwolves in the Star Wars Rebel TV series. So could this Mythosaur be intelligent? I think so. It clearly grabbed Din, but didn't eat him, and when Bo finally saw it, rather than attacking, it turned and left. I think we could find that maybe this creature only presents itself to worthy leaders like Mandalore the Great, and rather than being a tamed beast to be controlled, it was more of a partner to Mandalore the Great. That's all speculation, of course, but this leads me to the future leaders of the Mandalorian people, Din and Bo. Who will become the leader? I see two options. Din going from lowly bounty hunter to a leader who finds a new path for the Mandalorians to follow, or Bo-Katan finding redemption for failing her people and then reuniting the scattered people. Her journey from warrior of the Death Watch to leader of Mandalore, and then the destruction of her world is pretty tragic. But a big part of this season, according to Jon Favreau, is redemption. Now, of course, we immediately think of Din finding redemption and joining back with the Watch, but I think it's more about Bo and her arc. Her seeing the Mythosaur in the living waters could be the eye-opening event that leads her down a path of forgiveness and to finding a new way for her people. Rather than just being a cautionary tale, she'll be one of fall and redemption. That isn't to say that Din will be cast aside, rather he could become somewhat of a legendary figure to Mandalore culture. I think that Din and Bo will work together. I think that the herald of the new era of Mandalore will be Din learning to wield the Darksaber and riding the great Mythosaur. They've hinted at this from the beginning with him learning to ride blurgs, and the mention of his ancient ancestors riding Mythosaurs. I would also not be surprised if Bo would become his mentor and train him to wield the Darksaber. Regardless of what happens, I am sure we will be in for a ride this season. It has already started out so strong, and I can tell a lot of mythology is being built up with these characters. Let me know if you think the Mythosaur will have some sort of sentience or if it will just be a massive dinosaur creature. Like this video if you enjoyed the topic, and subscribe to help the channel out. Have an amazing day, and may the Force be with you.